Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I just got done filming a monochromatic look, so that's why I am completely orange, and I was about to wash it off and I was thinking about fall palettes, so I thought I would film my favorite fall palettes while I still have a complete orange face. So yeah, that's what we're going to get into. Please take a moment, hit that subscribe button down below, and yeah, become part of my family and my little circle. And so yeah, we're just going to get into it. I have them grouped like this. There's a pile here by size, so we're just going to work down from smallest palette to biggest palette. They're not in any particular order. These are just all the palettes in my collection that I think of when I think of fall. So yeah, we're just going to go through them. The first one I have is the Acebu Tay, what is this? Grandiose palette, and I've almost decluttered this palette twice, and I've held on to it because I've only used it one time, but it screams fall to me. You've got this peachy shade, this like warm brown, these like cranberries. This to me is like autumn pumpkin spice leaves, you know, that kind of situation. So I think that's why I've held on to it, because I only used it once, and fall's my favorite time of year. I think I held on to it to try and use it this time of year. So it's still in my collection. The next one, and this is one that's been talked about a few times, is the Gingerbread Spice. Technically it's a Christmas named palette, and they do have the extra spicy one that's coming out that does look pretty. I was thinking I didn't need it, but it does look pretty. But this is what the inside looks like. And again, I think because you've got some more, it's very warm toned, even though there's some pretty pinks in here. This screams very fall to me with these grungy browns and these like greeny gold colors. So this I think is and the extra spicy one looks like a fall palette to me too. Side by side they are a little bit different. There's like different mattes and shimmers, but I'm tempted. Let's just say it did tempt me, but I don't know if I'm going to end up getting the extra spicy palette or not. The next one is probably not a surprise, and it got dirty and it makes me very sad. I have a palette that has a shadow in it that broke, that I tried to repress, and there is still powder falling out, and so that is why there is blue on here, and it's driving me bananas. But this is the Modern Renaissance. Everybody has seen this, I'm sure. This is the quintessential fall palette. I haven't used mine. I mean, I've used it. You can see there's dips in here. I used it a lot when I bought it. I haven't used it a lot recently. I think it's probably maybe a year since I've used this. I've had this 2 years. It's been a while. Like I said, I did use it when I got it, but I went from having a normal amount of eyeshadow to a whole lot of eyeshadow palettes, I feel like, in a small amount of time. And so a lot of the palettes I was using kind of fell to the wayside, but I do want to start using this one again. But yeah, that's quintessential fall palette. I have the whole Vault collection still. The two that scream fall to me are, what's this one? Armed and Gorgeous. Again, autumn leaves, pumpkins, beautiful oranges and browns, some golds, and then Ring the Alarm. Again, that looks like a fall leaf. You've got the leaves changing color with the pinks and the plums, the golds. So these two to me look like fall leaves, and they're very pretty. And these are probably the easier two out of the 4 to use. I think probably the easiest palette out of the 4, this one is probably the most neutral, but as far as blendability, I would say probably this one over this one, but they're both, I like both of these. Like I said, I still have all 4. I can't seem to bring myself to get rid of them because I don't see that there's like blue from that palette. I swear it's the Snow Angel palette from Dose of Colors. There's like, and the dark blue in it is the one that broke. I'm like, goodness. So everything in that drawer has like, see, there's like blue all over the bottom. And that blue is just haunting me. Every time I pick up anything out of that drawer, I'm going to end up throwing that palette away. We're supposed to be getting a Dose of Colors palette in boxycharm. If I get the Snow Angel palette, I'm throwing that sucker away because that blue is just haunting me. Every time I pick up anything out of that drawer, I end up with blue on me. Moving along, this is probably one that people are sick and tired of me talking about. The Pumpkin Spice palette from Too Faced. This was an HSN exclusive. If you can find it used, I say that in every video. Again, it's a neutral fall palette. You've got oranges and browns. A good probably alternative is going to be the next one that I talk about, but if you can find this one, I won't talk about it too much, but pretty as a pumpkin, golden pumpkin, blushing pumpkin. I like the names too. I think they're cute, but yeah, this is a pretty palette, very neutral, very fall, very warm toned. Like I said, a good alternative if you can't find that is the Violet Voss Holy Grail. Very similar color story with the cranberries. I can hold them up side by side so you can achieve similar looks. I would say the only one that this doesn't have is probably that gold, the Gilded Pumpkin shade. It has a gold in here, but it's not quite as foiled as this one, but you could get a very similar look. So if like this palette, you've seen me talk about it and you're interested in it, maybe pick up this one because this one is available still. So yeah, very warm browns, cranberries, mustards, golds, very similar color story. But again, this is a really good formulated palette, and so is this one. And there's only 2 more, so this isn't a huge list. This is a newer palette in my collection. My friend Lauren bought this for me, which was so sweet of her. I love her. But if this does not say fall, then we just can't be friends. I'm just kidding. But you've got the browns, there's greens, some oranges, purples, cranberries. Like this to me is a fall palette and I love it. The greens really speak to me a lot in here, but so do these like orangey purples down in here. So yeah, very pretty palette. I'm excited to play around with this some more. And then the last one is probably not a surprise. It's the original Jaclyn Hill. Again, this is a neutral palette. At least I consider this a neutral palette, but it's very warm neutrals. So this to me, even though there's like these blues, that to me is a warm neutral palette with a little bit of blue. But yeah, this to me is fall. So yeah, those are my top fall palettes. I tried to keep this video relatively short. Like I said, I don't have a huge stack, but I figured since I had my orange makeup on, might as well talk about the fall palettes. So yeah, let me know below what your favorite fall palette is. I'm definitely interested to find that out. And also, please, again, hit that subscribe button if you haven't, because you don't want to miss any videos. They're probably entertaining if nothing else. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see everybody in my next video. Bye guys.